So, as most of you out there that watch my channel realize, I love reviewing gear. All kinds of gear, from computer gear to camera gear to health and wellness gear to outdoor clothing to it doesn't really matter. You know what? I like it. And with all companies that I partner with, I'll say partner with, they're free. The reviews are free. The only thing that we uh, want in exchange is, of course, the product. We get the product, and we can do with the product as we choose, right? We can throw it in the garbage, we can keep it, we can give it to somebody, whatever. Now, there are some exceptions with higher value products, of course, where a lot of times we can't give them away. Example, like laptops. We have to keep those, of course. But, you know, it's based around honest reviews, and that's kind of, well, that's kind of it, really. Honest reviews. Here's your product. Do with it as you choose. Yes? Cool. Now, on occasion, we do get a product that doesn't live up to our thoughts and standards, what we think should be good, because we aren't guaranteed to give a positive review, right? But we try to say what we like, we say what we didn't like. Sometimes the likes outweigh the sometimes the dislikes outweigh the likes, but we try to favor what the company was hopefully going for. And sometimes we get a defective unit. These things sometimes happen, right? And if a defective unit comes, companies will send a second one and be like, "Sorry, here's one that should hopefully work," because it does happen, right? Defective units go out. So here's today's story. So I would say it was in the middle of January, this like however many months ago. Mobile Pixel reached out to us and said, "Hey, we have a multi screen setup that we'd like for you to be able to test on your channel, and see what you think. So we'd like to send that to you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. We'd love to try that. It seems like it could be a really, really interesting, cool kind of device." You know, I use my laptop, not as much at home when I'm editing, but when I'm out and about, for sure. And because we were going on a vacation slash work vacation, I guess, because I was shooting a wedding, I was like, oh, having an extra display could be really cool. We were traveling to Costa Rica. So it actually came like the day before we were leaving. So I unboxed it, which you'll see probably scattered through this video, some of the unboxing. And basically packed it up, didn't try it. You know, I was like, because it was the day before we were leaving to Costa Rica, and brought it with me. So first time I really tried to use it was in the airport, here in Halifax, and I couldn't get it to work. Couldn't get it to work. So I brought everything with me, of course. Basically, we went to Montreal, had a much longer layover in Montreal, overnight layover, to be honest with you, and I still couldn't get it to work. So I was like, play around with different cables, etc., etc. Needless to say, I tried it periodically through the whole trip while I was there. Couldn't get this to work. Of course, I didn't bring a lot of extra gear with me outside of what I needed, but I was like, okay, when I get back, I'll reach out to them and see what's going on. So, of course, I went onto their website, looked at their tech support, talked to their tech support, ended up them being like, okay, maybe it could be cables. It's a possibility of cables. They also said, you know, make sure, you know, if you're going through certain things, if you're going through a hub or whatever, try not using the hub. If it's a specific type of hub, don't use that. Or if it is having issues because it's a Mac, try not using the USB-C connector. Maybe try a hub and use the USB-A through the hub, etc., etc. And I did all of it. I must have spent, I don't even know how many hours I spent back and forth trying to get this to work, right? So I've been sitting on this unboxing video because I can't just release the unboxing video, and I don't want to release the unboxing video or just an unboxing video when I can't get the product to function, right? Because I can't say it's any good, but I also can't say that it's bad because it could be a defective unit. But I didn't want to release it, right? I didn't want to release it until we could see if we could figure out what was going on. And this I had tried on a MacBook Pro M1 and a MacBook Air M1, which is really what this was for. So basically, when I got home, I tried some of my own cables, etc., etc. Never, I could get it. The screen would flicker every once in a while, which led me to believe something just wasn't right. Something wasn't working. I basically, left it with tech support there, and they were going to send me, because their USB cables were a little different than it looked like traditional USB cables. So they said they would send me some of those. I was like, cool. Never got them. And then basically, because I get approached by usually someone who's working for the company that is the affiliate manager, right? Whatever you want to call it, right? Influencer manager, whatever. And this person called me back, or not called me back, emailed me and was like, hey, where's the video? And I was like, well, the video's not done because the product doesn't work. I can't get it to function. So until it functions, I can't release a video because, and I said, the video, if I release a video now, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good video for you guys, because the simple answer would be, don't buy it because it doesn't work. Don't buy it because, yes, I could talk to someone in customer or tech support, but they couldn't fix it. So it's not a positive experience, right? And that's what I want. You'll actually see me say that in a lot of videos that we do, even on products that we enjoy. I want to know your experience, especially if you ever have to deal with customer service, because that's a part of it. That's a big part of buying tech, right? Especially tech that you and I buy online, because there's no brick and mortar shop that we can go to when we have an issue. So I want to make sure, or your experience as well. So in my experience as someone that is their influencer, right, is really bad. I want you guys to be aware of that, because if I'm treated this way, you'll probably be treated just as bad, probably, or worse. So here's the big thing. This was the kicker. We kind of went back and forth, and I was like, you know what? You have to, two things have to happen. You need to either send me a replacement with this or the parts so that I can test a unit that functions, because we need to get it to function. And then they're like, well, just send it back to us. I'm like, no, that's not part of the deal. That's not part of the deal. The deal is we get the unit. It's ours. Now it's ours. And you can try to fix this, right? Because we've now put into this video, into trying to get this to work, I don't know how many days of trying to get this, that we do rely on some kind of money to survive, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? If you want us to ship it back, we don't get to produce a video. You guys get your product back, fine. I left 4 days with nothing, so I'm going to have to invoice you. I'm going to have to invoice you for, I could invoice you for 20 to 30 hours, but I'm not going to. I'll invoice you for like 8 hours. 1 day of shooting and editing, 8 hours. No, they weren't going to go with that. So they got to the point where they're like, we're going to blacklist you from doing reviews out there. We're going to black you. Here's the email, little screenshot. We're going to if you won't do this, if you won't bend over to our needs, we're going to blacklist you. And I was like, you want to play that game? Let's go. I have you guys, which you have all been watching. I hope that you watch and trust our video reviews because they're honest, and we will, if thrown under the bus for something that we didn't do anything wrong, will post a video. Because you know what? Companies like to play hardball sometimes, but good companies, reputable companies, companies that you are proud to stand behind, companies that you appreciate working with, those that appreciate working with you, me, are the companies that will get mutual respect. Company like these guys, no. And of course, I'm posting the email that they sent me, and very, very unprofessional, very uncool, and they're still doing this back and forth with me, and I still am saying, hey, I will send you back the display for sure once you pay my invoice for the time I've wasted trying to test your product and review your product, which I couldn't, and you wouldn't send me a replacement that actually functioned. So as of now, here's my statement on mobile pixels. The product, kind of cool in concept, kind of neat in concept, would be even neater in concept if it functioned, which we just couldn't get to function. And it's not our computers if it doesn't work on either, right? We just couldn't get it to function. Number two is the fact that they were threatening in an email. How unprofessional is that? You know, I would never, well, for one, threaten a company. Number two is put out a video. I don't even put out videos trying to badmouth companies out there, unless, of course, they take it too far, which some companies do. Some companies do. Example, mobile pixels. So would I recommend their product? No, I would not recommend the product. And second thing, just even if it did function, even if the product did function, right, and worked, again, neat idea, but the whole way that this product mounts onto your computer with magnets, when you're not using it, you have these 4 awful looking magnets sitting on the back of your display. There's got to be way better of a way to mount it, some kind of clamp system that would snap onto the back of it. It's not a great design by any means. The monitor feels really flimsy on there. Feels like it could break. Honestly, inside the mount, it's not a nice snug fit, and it adds a fair bit of girth, I guess, to your physical monitor on your laptop, which the biggest issue for me was when it was on, just so you guys know, when it was on there and I was trying to get it to function, if I didn't have the monitor, the laptop screen in the right angle, it would just fold it back down, because the spring, it added so much weight to the monitor with everything that was on there that it would just bend over. So that wasn't good either. Mobile pixel. There you go, guys. You guys wanted to play hardball with me. I hope it was worth it. And I don't even know where your monitor is. It's probably sitting in the garbage can right now, because again, it hasn't worked for over 3 months. That's it. I'll leave it up to you, the viewer, if you think that it's worth risking, I guess, your money for this product. And maybe you had a good experience. Maybe you did, and it worked like a charm. Let me know down below. If not, let me know your negative comments as well. All right, my friends, that's it for me today. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully I'm not blacklisted. Hopefully. And I'll see you guys next video. Later.